Everyone there, Corncob Piper here. Stepped outside real quick onto the back porch to have a just a quick smoke before I took my wife out. I got her for her Christmas present tickets to an Aaron Lewis concert, and he's coming to Fort Myers tonight, so we're headed there shortly. Hence the cowboy hat I'm rocking here. Just smoking a quick smoke, 10-minute smoke out of my Missouri Meerschaum shortstop. And I want to do a quick VR to Derek Tant for his 1,000 sub giveaway. There was 4 questions and then a action, I guess, that he wants you to take, which is search his his podcast with Scott and Bob, which is called Hey We're Talking. I'll search that on YouTube probably later on this evening once we get home from the concert. But for the 4 questions that he has, the first was, what is the greatest band musical act of all time? And then justify your answer. That would probably be an easy one for me. I would go ahead and say the Beatles. And the reason that I can justify this is their music has basically spanned every decade. They haven't been together as a group since the 70s. Kids today are still listening to the Beatles. My dad was a huge Beatles fan. I grew up listening to the Beatles. I play the music for my children who are small. They enjoy listening to the Beatles. So, my opinion, obviously, I believe they're the greatest band of all time. The second question was, if you had to be limited to only 3 or 4 tobacco blends for the rest of your life, what would they be? This is a pretty tough question. I know 2 of them, but my tastes are always changing. If I had to pick right now, I could pick 4, but I don't know if they would necessarily be my same 4, at this time next year. So I'm just going to go with what I'm enjoying right now. I don't really get into, too many aromatics. I do smoke some. If I'm having a pipe in the morning, I definitely would go with aromatic. There's just a few that I go with, and my favorite being the McClellan HV 1000. It's a straight Virginia that's topped with, I'm not really sure what it's topped with, but I get like a toasted marshmallow taste out of it. This is my favorite aromatic and one of my favorite tobaccos. So if I was on that island, I would definitely need something to be smoking in the morning, and that would be it. Now for the second, my current, what I would call my favorite right now, GAW Pieces Quiet Nights. It's just a great smoke. People call it a Penzance killer. I'm not so sure if that's true. I know, Derek, I heard that actually from you. I've never smoked Penzance. I'm not really interested in, trying to pay $50 for a tin, or, trying to be one of these first, 100 people on these websites to order it and they sell it in just a few minutes. It's just not that important to me. There's plenty of other good tobaccos out there. If I ever came across some, sure, I would like to try it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to try to get it. My 4th tobacco that I would pick would be Frogmorton's Cellar. Another really great smoke. Every time I smoke it, I definitely really enjoy the heck out of that. And then my 4th would have to be I would say Dunhill My Mixture 965. It's the very first English I ever smoked. I fell in love with it the first time I smoked it. I'm still in love with it today. That's just one of those classics to me that I'll always love to smoke. And Dunhill's going away here in the U.S., so I plan to sell her a bunch of it here over the next year. Question 3. Tell me about something you would regret not accomplishing or doing in your lifetime, and what you plan to do about it. One of my biggest goals or plans is to become an urban farmer and sell some of my produce to some of the high-end restaurants in and around town. I'll give you a quick look here at what I got now, and you know, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. So this right here, what you're seeing, is my current garden. I just planted for the winter. It should be, you know, I should have some produce coming out of it now. You know, definitely plan on selling like farmers markets and small high-end restaurants. And you know, the way I plan on accomplishing that is just, you know, to keep on making it bigger, and you know, putting more work into it, you know, with each season. The fourth question and last question was, if you could have a drink with any member of the YTPC, what would you drink and where? I would drink white whiskey moonshine, which is my favorite, and I would drink maybe my own, maybe not my own. I'm not going to say that. And where would I drink it? Would be in my own backyard, in my fire pit. I love going out there, having a pipe, you know, tossing back, you know, a couple shots of white whiskey, and you know, chasing it with some Coca-Cola or sweet tea. Doesn't really get much better than that for me. You know, Derek, love the channel. I haven't been part of the, you know, YTPC for very long. You, Briar Hokey, and Mutton Chop Piper have really been my go-to channels since I've you know, been watching piping videos. You know, I love all three of you guys. You know, keep up the great work. You deserve, you know, every bit of the 1,000 subs you have, and you know, I hope it only gets bigger from there. That's really all I got. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and keep on piping.